First and 10 here for Flacco. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. Michael Crabtree's going to go. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Michael Crabtree, 79 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Here's a second and 2 now from the 33. Now Wilson on second down. And the tight end Dixon left side.
Wrap up.
Still moving. Still going. They can't stop him. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent.
There he goes right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Rashad Penny, 38 yards. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Well, they ran the toss, trusting he had the speed to get to the edge, and he did.
And there really wasn't any doubt about that because the scouting report told you that this guy could flat out run. When you give him a little bit of space and a chance to get there, he usually does.
And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. The return man, Chris Moore. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 27. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He finds an opening, and he caught it up. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And great effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want them to be conscious of taking care of the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And an alley to run. 23 yards on the tuck and run. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Now Wilson steps away to his left. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
2nd and goal, and Penny standing by himself in the backfield. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone.
95.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And the pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Flushed out right. That's complete right around the 8. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. It's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space. There they elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it?
Throwing is Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out to kick is Janikowski. Moore now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Flush to his right. It fights him off, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Frank Clark, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Jackson being chased out left. And it's a fumble, and the Seahawks have recovered. And now running right through it.
Whenever we call a game that's in the snow, we have to focus a little bit more, try to make sure we've got the right numbers on players that we're calling right, the right guys in the game. Think about the guys on the field. Their focus has to really increase as well because so many things coming at you, you got to make sure that you're really locked in on taking care of the ball.
Or if you don't, you cough it up like they did right there. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It's caught. Lockett. And they move this all the way down to the 9. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. They'll try and run forward with Penny. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett from 6 yards away. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out to kick is Janikowski. Moore now to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Detroit! Now Jackson on first down. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. 23 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Forced out to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Dancing to his left. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. John Brown, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. And when it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. 1st and 10 at the 19. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they've got it here with a 1st down.
Watch you now, Barney! Leopard!
Now Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Blue 90! Gone!
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Drops it underneath for Collins. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Jackson. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. Oh, now he goes. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hayden Hurst, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion.
Leopard! Leopard!
Play action. It's Jackson out to his left. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Here's Russell Wilson in the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let them know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. On first down, Wilson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tony Jefferson. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. On second down, here's Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Third and long. It's Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And he's looked pretty good. It does have the one interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you're talking about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of the ball game and over the course of the season.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Perriman, 64 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Have 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that hid his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
14.
Now Wilson on first down. Open, and he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. They get it to him running left. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks a 2-point conversion away from tying the game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. Out to kick is Janikowski. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He does have the one interception, Charles, but I think that's been more than offset by the 3 first-half touchdown passes.
I would agree with you. There is a blemish, but when you've thrown 3 touchdown passes to try and erase it, that's a little bit better than a ratio.
Now the ball comes loose, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy, sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. Following the fumble recovery, Wilson for Marshall. That's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. C.J. Mosley not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. On second down, Wilson steps away to his left. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear, and it... picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Let's go get it, baby. Let's go. 14.
On third down, Wilson leaves it for Petty. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. Janikowski good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is taken at his 4. And the Ravens taking the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Maxwell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
14.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And Dixon over the middle. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Now Wilson on second down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Wilson. And he loses the football a second time. And the Ravens have got it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Here's Jackson. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Shaquille and a loose football. Crabtree tree of the target on that one.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Pushing through the contact. Stepping up. And the ball is knocked out. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. A reminder, coming up at halftime, while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box, we'll be sending you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. They go play action with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now Collins. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. Here we go on fourth down with Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. Wilson going to throw deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now. Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Ravens have got it.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
He's going to float this one. He's got him in. Complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there just before halftime. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jackson on first down, looking deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Well, he's been the guy, already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He's going deep for Brown. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, He might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. Doug Baldwin. He's at the 50. The 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 62 yards. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now Wilson. Buying time to his left. Shelling through the defense. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity. In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This
I put a star. I put a star. They go play action here on first down. And now here's another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Here's Wilson throwing on first down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
He's going to get it running right, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction downfield. Or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And here is just a simple question of whether or not the ball...
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Ravens have got it.
It's not exactly round and round we go, but I'm looking at the poor defenses. All right, back-to-back possessions. The ball's turned over.
Back-to-back plays.
I mean, just that quickly. And you think you're going to the bench to get a little break, and all of a sudden you're hearing sudden change. Get back out there, grabbing your helmets and running back out on the field. I don't think it's going to affect them much now. But if this keeps up, you're going to have two very angry defenses yelling at the offense to take care of the ball.
Jackson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And down inside the 15 he goes. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. To throw is Jackson. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Well, the defensive coverage was good.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. And the the Seahawks. Looks like they've recovered. They have. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. On 1st and 10, Wilson. And the tight end Dixon left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now Rashad Penny. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Now Wilson to throw on 2nd down. And he caught it up. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was it 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration, you'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
On 1st down, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Well, what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate, and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
This one taken from the 7. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Hey, four down. Set! Green 39! Green 39! Over!
They go play action now. Jackson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Gun!
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Rolling to his right. Escaping the pressure right. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson from 17 yards out. And the Ravens are in for 6. He's giving him a little jolt. Just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Now Wilson on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. Well, how would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. After the interception, here's Jackson being chased out left.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There was a turnover.
Now a hit and a loose football. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Bobby Wagner able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And now he'll tuck it and run. Got some real estate inside the 30. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Here's Allen. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. On second down, Jackson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 13. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. And Dixon over the middle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And give him a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
To throw is Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Touch 50, touch 50.
To throw again is Wilson. Oh, and he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Brandon Marshall, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have made this a 1-score game. And the defensive there, that was a battle. He just made a really nice play.
A really nice play, making sure his body position was correct. And how about the throw? Zipped it in there.
And it results in the touchdown. Extra point hooks a bit, but it's up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Out to kick is Janikowski. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Here's a 1st down run with Collins. And now running right through it. Fights through and now a crease. There goes Alex Collins. And he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one. On the final act of the 3rd quarter. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. On the ground with a tight end. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Ravens will add on to their lead.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Lucky 56.
They're going to try and run. And he will dive into the end zone, and the two-point conversion is successful. Needed a couple yards for the two-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. It's a short kick, taken at the 50. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A big play there. Taking it in. And the Ravens will extend their lead. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And oh, what a catch there by Marshall. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Check 50.
To throw is Wilson on 1st down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. He sets to fire deep. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, 67 yards. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
More now on the return. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the...
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Open man, it's Vanette. First target, first catch, and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, it's Wilson. And Dixon has it. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got a man open. That's Marshall. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Brandon Marshall, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Out to kick is Janikowski. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Jackson now off the bootleg. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Gone! Here we go now. 3-19.
Now Allen. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Jackson now. Got him, and it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. John Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Flush to his right. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better. There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 40. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because
and it's a fumble. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Detroit! Detroit!
They go play action now. Jackson. Jaron Reed able to get him for a loss of about 3.
the amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Through an opening, and there he goes. And that's a touchdown late in this affair.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Here's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett from 8 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
14.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And now here come the Ravens. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always, hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use it all the way through.
They'll begin the drive with Collins. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. A right side catch by Crabtree. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Gone. Detroit. Gone.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Busts through the tackle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Oh, partner, there's something special.
Money back. Make it like a money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, it's he said it's a them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me. And I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids. And they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this. He makes sure he put Cardi down on his list. Now why this? Can I look at my snap? I take a man and I won't give him back. I just walk into the booth and attack. I hit this behind the roof will collapse. I've been broke my whole life. I have no clue what to do with these racks. Every lay, waist snatch, back, straight back. Got lips like Angelina, belly truck tangerine. Jumping on my, that's why they call it trampoline. Back on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, it's a, he said it's a, them pretty, you look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Baltimore Ravens. The big left foot of Sebastian Janikowski ready to get us started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback, a former Blue Hen out of Delaware. It's Joe Flacco.
And what a bounce back from the knee injury he suffered in the 2015 season. Not the most nimble, most mobile quarterback, but he never was. He's really a throwback to those quarterbacks who played out of the pocket in the days gone by.
Jackson on first down. Dancing to his left. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Obviously, a big play was needed. And you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. On first and 10, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. On first down, Wilson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10. Second and 10 now, Wilson. Powering his way forward. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That one goes for 24 yards. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down for the...
And oh, his first carry, he loses the football. And the Ravens have got it. So a rocky start on both sides offensively. Turnovers exchanged.
I saw what you did there.
What'd I do? Rocky. Too rocky.
I saw that. I got it. And, and right now, they're carrying it around like they are wearing boxing gloves. If we're going to have that kind of a reference, they've got to get it together and start playing a little bit better ball.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Now Jackson. And now running right through him. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Jackson. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And that'll get him to 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Here's Jackson to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Jackson. His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews from 4 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. A first carry down from Alex Collins. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. You got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Brandon Marshall, 74 yards. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Out to kick is Janikowski. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw is Jackson. And an alley to run. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jaron Reed getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. On 2nd down, Jackson flushed out right. And an alley to run. Room to run inside the 40. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Bobby Wagner coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Now it's Jackson. Oh, fighting off the defender. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Fourth down, here's Jackson, staying on his feet. Oh, now he in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time, doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. The D brought the house, they called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play? Or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They go play action here on first down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Here's Wilson. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Wilson completes it to Dixon. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They convert on third with a gain of 22. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And that'll bring up second down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Here's Carson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On third down, Wilson. And he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Janikowski now for the point after. Janikowski adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it all culminates with a Seattle score. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is fielded at the goal line. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. Drops it underneath for Collins. Man, he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Jackson now on 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Frank Clark in there to drop him the 7th time tonight. He's gone down.
I know I'm supposed to do the analysis here, but I've got to ask, how did he stay alive that long in the pocket?
Yeah, great footwork, which we know he has. If he would have been able to stay alive, get rid of the ball, or run for some yardage, he would have had a very unhappy defensive coordinator, I believe.
No doubt about that.
On 2nd down, Collins. Finding room inside the 40. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Jackson escapes the sack. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second. Down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Now Jackson on second down. Buying time to his left. Now the ball comes loose. Jackson on first down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. On first and goal, Collins. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there, gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Jackson now. Oh, he stays up, sliding out of the pocket. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Nazir Jones able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Third and goal, Jackson. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs.
No, Jack, Patriot!
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. The quick slant caught. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Now Wilson down around his goal line. And the tight end Dixon left side. And a loose football. And the Ravens have got it. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. And his throw is incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep it. Defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and they have decided it will not be a touchdown. 6 points off the board. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. Trying to punch it in with Collins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Collins taking it in from a yard out. And now the Ravens, they're just a 2-point conversion away from tying this up.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you've got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than right? down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the 2nd quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. On first down, Wilson. And Dixon over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr.
You sure you're ready for the third quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything?
All right, cool. Let's go. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And Lockett with a grab over the middle. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Jackson, and an alley to run. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. They go play action now. Jackson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Stepping up. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Seahawks have recovered.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. Room to run inside the 40. Still shedding tackles. And down to the 27-yard line. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down. Now Jackson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
No. Check. Patriots.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And the ball is knocked out. And the Seahawks have recovered.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right? When he break a couple of tackles, he was really trying to gain the extra yardage, but you also have to have an idea that people are going to come up behind you from the side, trying to take care of the ball while you're trying to get extra effort. Sometimes you have to know when to say when and maybe just go down.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. From midfield now, here's Wilson. It's caught right side, Dixon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Penny, a first down carry. And now running right through it. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one good for 33 and a first.
When big runs occur, sometimes there's a sense that things were pretty easy, and that one carried them down inside the 10. But getting into the end zone now, that won't be easy at all because you're going to face different defenses and not as much real estate to work with. Will they be able to run it, or will they have to throw it in order to try and score?
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Throwing is Wilson. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
Janikowski on for the extra point. Janikowski good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Out to kick is Janikowski. This will be taken in at the 1. Runs through the contact. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Frank Clark in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Crabtree with it over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19. yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
3 down. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Jackson on 1st down. Oh, and now he bowls him up. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Bobby Wagner in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. On 2nd down, Jackson shakes off the sack. Being chased out left. And he gets it down to the 32. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Keeps himself upright. Forced out to his left. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. 4th down. Here's Jackson. Fights off the defender. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now. 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Wilson to throw. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Wilson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Wilson. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Taken in at the 22. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball. And then all of a sudden, it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. but they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and this under pressure, and they got to him again. Frank Clark in there again. My goodness, that is now his 4th sack tonight.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here's Jackson looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And the big boy, dare I say, he showed some athleticism there.
Oh, without a doubt. And you know what else we saw on that play? Why they do more and more ball drills in practice. They want everyone proficient with catching the football and being comfortable, because you never know when a big play like this will happen for a big man.
Now, post-game locker room, does he get an extra drumstick?
He was going to get that anyway. He may get the whole spread now.
Yeah, put some gravy on there. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set! 3-19! 3-19! Over! No! Off! Watch him now, Barney!
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6, eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And an alley to run. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now Jackson on 2nd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now, Wilson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Brandon Carr on the coverage there.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
On first down, Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Pass interference. Defense.
So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And Dixon over the middle. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Wilson on first down. Completes it to Dixon. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's caught. Brandon Marshall. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
After the interception, here's Jackson, able to push his way through, and he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Now Zaire Jones. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They go play action now. Jackson fighting this, and he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Jackson now down around his goal line. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 11, and they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And here comes a big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. And this is how the game has trended for him numbers-wise. He's really picked it up. And I got to be honest, I don't know schematically. This is where I need you. What does the defense need to do to get back to that start that they had on him?
You've got to harass him early in his route. Right off the line of scrimmage.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Jackson on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Now let's go! 3-19!
On second down, here's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Seahawks have recovered.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
14.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Terrell Suggs. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. On second down, Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?